Our next presentation is Neese-Whitaker and talking about using the software to see if it could improve communication.
I was just telling Abby that I feel like the Debbie Downer of the ICHIP.
Turn it on the side.
Because everyone else had fantastic, wonderful, feel-good presentations.
Good job, Melissa.
And we had high hopes for Gemini, and it kind of didn't pan out the way we wanted it to.
Wait a minute, I'm going to stop right there. I wasn't going to give away her results at first, but the reason I said no, this is exactly what these ICHIP grants are about. If you find out something doesn't work, that's as important as finding out that it does. And so actually, this is exactly what we want to hear. So everybody realizes that. It isn't that you go, oh yes, we know this is going to be the greatest thing. This is, I think this might work. I want to try it out. So it isn't the
I had started to hear about Gemini last spring. It started popping up, and about the same time, a couple parents brought it up to me. Hey, have you heard about Gemini? How can we get Gemini in the classroom? Can we try this in the classroom? And I said, yeah, let me look into it a little more. And I started looking into it, and I realized, yeah, we can't really do that with our instructional funds. Let me try for the ICHIP. So let me explain a little bit about what Gemini is. Gemini is video modeling. And video modeling is a visual teaching method that occurs by watching a video of someone modeling a targeted behavior or skill or language, and then the student imitates that behavior, skill, or language. So Gemini is an online video modeling library. And Gemini films their videos different than your standard video modeling system. So Gemini films their videos in a sensory managed way. So it sets Gemini apart from your standard video modeling. So Gemini films their videos in a way that appears in clinical trials to achieve greater outcomes than traditional video modeling. Gemini focuses on one concept at a time called discrete video modeling to teach language, reading, social skills. So discrete video modeling breaks down information into digestible bites, making it an ideal solution for people with special needs. Going back a little bit, I teach at Stillman Jackson High School in multiple disabilities classroom. So how does Gemini work? Like I just said, Gemini videos are filmed in a way that strips away all non-essential information to teach in a clean way. So it filters out all non-essential information. Its videos feature tight close-ups of the mouth that's supposed to trigger activation of mirror neurons in nonverbal students. That's supposed to prime speech pathways. So just to give you a little example, so right now your brains are taking in all kinds of information, like the air conditioning and flickering of the lights and images of everything around you, and your brains are filtering all of that out and focusing on the sound of my voice. But my students don't filter out all of that information. My students might be focused on this flag right here and not on my voice. So what Gemini does is takes all of that information out and focuses on one concept, only the one piece of information that they want to convey. So the next slide is going to have two videos that will demonstrate the difference between traditional video modeling and the way Gemini does video modeling. And you'll see the difference. So it's both in Chinese. For some reason, this came from the Gemini website. So students, you know, learning, it's like learning a new language, right? So the one on your left is standard video modeling. So you're going to watch that. It's only a couple seconds long. And notice everything that's going on. So this is your standard video modeling.
今天我们去动物园去看狮子、熊、斑马。 今天我们去动物园去看狮子、熊、斑马和老虎，非常喜欢动物园。
There's a lot of stuff going on. And this is an example of Gemini discrete video modeling.
鳄鱼，鳄鱼，鳄鱼，鳄鱼，鳄鱼，鳄鱼。
So you didn't know it before, but now you know the Chinese word for alligator. That's the difference between your standard video modeling and your Gemini discrete video modeling. So that's the difference. So Gemini is backed by some pretty good research, which is why we have such high hopes for it. In this study, Gemini videos produced language gains that were triple the language gains of standard video modeling sessions. And this shows the video modeling interventions are an effective teaching strategy for students with autism. And this study I found was interesting, and it showed that passive modeling of basic skills is more effective than interactive modeling of skills. So implementation. We wanted to implement Gemini according to their specific protocols because they said that there's a 90% success rate of increasing communication when implemented correctly. So we wanted to follow Gemini specifically according to their protocols. So this project took place in a self-contained special education classroom, students with multiple disabilities in the high school setting. We had 3 students with very limited verbal communication, 2 students with no verbal communication, 1 classroom teacher, 2 instructional assistants. Gemini recommends 2 daily sessions of video modeling a day, each session ranging from 20 to 30 minutes. We had initially planned on this being group sessions, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. However, once we got started, we realized that our students focus better in individual sessions than group sessions. So we moved away from group sessions and had individual sessions. So we had 1 session in the morning, 1 session in the afternoon each day. And emerging data suggests that children gain mastery of words after 25 to 45 viewings of a video session, and our students were exposed to 30 viewings of a video session each week. So, as suggested in Gemini Implementation Manual, we viewed the sessions in order. So they recommended viewing in this order. So video 2 on week 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. And after we watched video number 6, there wasn't a requirement to go in order. So we were free to skip around. So we chose colors, manners, greetings, speaking the full sentences, emotions, body parts, food, making choices. 1 teacher license for Gemini is $98 a month. Parents and guardians have the option to purchase a student license on a sliding scale, and families can purchase Gemini for as low as $10 a month if they want to implement it at home. So this is our team. And our 5 students. We started implementation in January and moved through our lessons. So video implementation. So how we worked it is we started with one video, and each student watched one video for a whole week. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon. And then we did testing on Friday. So some days went like this, and I should cross out some days and write most days like this. Make cover your ears.
Look at me.
He's laughing.
Look at me.
Look at him. He's laughing. He is laughing. Look, she feels angry. Look. What do you want? You want to turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, turn it off, please. Okay. So then we have some days that went like this.
Do you want this? Yes, please. Thank you. You're welcome. Hi, how are you? I'm alright. How are you? I'm fine. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? I'm fine. I want the lion. Say please. Please, sure. I want the car. Say please. Please, may I have the car? Yes. Thank you.
So Gemini keeps track of the number of sessions watched and weekly assessments occur after 10 viewing sessions to assess mastery skills taught in the program. Data was collected on mastery for each student. Gemini provides an expressive and a receptive test for each topic. Receptive testing, here's an example of a receptive test. When two pictures are shown, can the student choose the picture corresponding to the word? Here's a video of a receptive test. All right, ready? Ready for your test? Lizard. You touch the lizard. That one or that one? Next. Come on, wait till it says the word. You gotta find fish. Fish. Touch fish. Next. Elephant. Elephant. Got it. Next. Hold on, wait for the word. job. Okay, now you.
Right.
Here is our receptive data. It looks pretty darn good. We have 2 students that had no measurable progress. But the other 3 students scored pretty high in all of the sessions in receptive. And now we have expressive testing. One picture is shown, can the student verbally state what it is? Now we've got an expressive test video. Shorter.
Good. Ooh, what is that? We've been having it for 2 weeks. Rain is that? Moon, yes. And what is this? We haven't seen that for a long time. Sun. Not a biggie. Good job. Good job.
Here's our data on expressive. And again, it looks really good. We had 2 students, our nonverbal students, that had no measurable progress in expressive data. So if we could just stop right there, it would be good. So we had pretty good receptive, pretty good expressive data, but we don't stop there. So I felt like, we did our weekly videos, our weekly video test. Good data. Video test. Good data. There was no generalization of our weekly video, of our words outside of our testing sessions. I would email our words to our wonderful speech therapist, and she would work on those during speech sessions, and the students couldn't generalize the words outside of the videos into anything else outside of, so they just couldn't generalize it outside of the videos. I'll talk about more of that later. And then I gave a post-test in May on all of the sessions to see what was retained. And we had a 26% skill loss across the sessions in less than a 5-month period in expressive, and we had 49% skill loss in a 5-month period on our post-test. So there was no short-term retention. So our results were not long-lasting. They kept it for the week, for the test, and then lost it. So we had a lot of setbacks. We had assessments, our weekly assessments on Friday with no right answers. So for example, when we were testing on animals, there would be an assessment for receptive, and it'd be a picture of a dog and a cat, and it'd say, "Touch the bear." And the student would be like, so I had to create a lot of my own lot of bugs within the program. It was supposed to keep track of how many times the student viewed each video, and it didn't accurately keep track. So we had to sit beside the student and keep track ourselves. Students were able to stop the videos and exit the videos, so we had to sit beside them and make sure they didn't get out of the videos. The amount of time required, once we broke off from group sessions into individual sessions, each student requiring 2 20-minute sessions a day, that was 5 students. That was 3 hours and 20 minutes of viewing time each day. That was a lot of video watching. A lot of problem behaviors. As soon as we turn on the videos, no, turn it off. A lot of escape, under the table, run to the bathroom. We saw a huge increase in self-injurious behaviors, a lot of hitting during sessions. I had one student that found the tight close-up shots of the mouth and the lips very aversive, would turn away and do some self-stimming behaviors when that would come on. And my students just did not like the videos. They just did not like them. It was pulling teeth to, they just did not like Gemiini video modeling. My students do not tolerate headphones. So when another student in the classroom was watching the videos and they would overhear it, I don't know if you picked up on it, and when my guy was doing some of the testing, you could hear my other girl in the background doing some hitting because she could hear it going on. So when they heard videos going on from other student sessions, but the most important thing, students could learn and provide rote responses to the videos during sessions, but they lack the spontaneity and flexibility to generalize outside of the video session. We didn't have any generalizing across untrained similar stimuli. Future considerations, we used Confident Learner Model in my classroom. Students in the study were all pre-1 level learners. They were in lessons 2, 5, 6, 8, and 15, which are all really low in the Confident Learner Model curriculum. So maybe if anyone else using CLM would be interested in using Gemiini, looking at the curriculum, future learners, I would suggest being at least level 1 of the curriculum, lesson 17 and above, where observer imitate, participator skills are a little more firm and fluent. I think my speech therapist brought this up to me about it would be interesting to see, had we not followed the Gemiini protocol, and we could pick and choose which videos we watched. Would they have had longer lasting effects and been better generalized if we had picked ones that aligned with our IEP and everyday curriculum, but we wanted to follow it as written? Well, it may not always be developmentally appropriately.
And I still want to follow up, but that's exactly what this is about, though, is that you got money that's like extra money. You know, it didn't come out of your instructional materials budget or anything, and it's to say, will this work? Will we be able to make this work? And so the fact that sometimes it doesn't work, that's as important, and that's what I think you we're talking about having kids learn. That sometimes you try something, you try a design how many times and it still doesn't work. We all need to know that. And also need to know that's an expectation. The fact that you are going out and trying something is something we're trying to support. So it's all right.